Odzaberd, Odzaberd Armenian, Odzaberd, meaning Serpent's fortress, formerly Teyseba, referring to the Urartian fortification and named after the god Teisheba, also known as Ishkanaberd, meaning Lord's fortress, is located upon a hill east of the town of Tsovinar and at the southeast corner of Lake Sevan in the Gegharkunik Province of Armenia. Odzaberd is situated at a height of 1921 meters 6,302 ft. Teyseba, Teyseba Armenian, Teisheba, later Ishkanaberd meaning Lord's fortress and Odzaberd meaning Serpent's fortress, is located east of the town of Tsovinar and at the southeast corner of Lake Sevan in the Gegharkunik Province of Armenia. It is an important archaeological site because it was once a fortified city of the Urartian kingdom founded by Rusa I between 735 and 713 BC, and is considered the best preserved Urartian fortification in the Sevan Basin. Amongst the ruins, stone foundations and portions of the city wall and gates are still visible. There is also an entrance to a small cave located on the western face of the hill within the ruins of Teyseba. Carved into the rock face on a low cliff at the base of the hill which the city was built upon, located north and along the road, is an ancient cuneiform inscription written by Rusa I. It relates that the city was built in dedication to the god Teisheba and speaks of the conquest by Rusa I of 23 nations as well. The etymology of Sevan was also found in the inscription and is considered to be the first such mention of the word that now relates to the lake that the ruins are located. Local folklore tells that Lake Sevan was at a much higher elevation during this time, and that the city of Teyseba had been built along its shoreline. During the Soviet era, the lake was lowered 19 meters and has now stabilized 20 meters 65 feet below where it once was. It is said that the cuneiform inscription had been carved into the cliff face to prevent it from being defaced. Due to the water level being so much higher at the time, the location of the inscription would have been virtually inaccessible. It is also said that what is now a modern cemetery located on a rocky outcrop north of the village of Tsovinar was during Urartian times an island with a small village that had been destroyed by lava flow that came up from below the lake. Local residents tell that ancient coins and bones have been found when digging new graves in the cemetery. The island has since dwindled in size. During the medieval period, one of the lords of the land rebuilt the stone defences to serve as his fortress at the same site, and it went by the name Ishkanaberd, meaning Lord's fortress. It was taken by the lord of the nearby town of Gegharkunik because of a dispute between the two over his wife. After destroying the fortress, he said, "Now nothing shall live in this land except snakes and scorpions." It was referred to henceforth as Odzaberd, meaning Serpent's fortress. Folklore. During the medieval period, the lord of the land rebuilt the ancient stone defences of Teyseba to serve as his fortress. It went by the name Ishkanaberd, meaning Lord's fortress. Ishkanaberd was situated approximately 8 kilometers northwest from another fortified town referred to as Karmrashin or Gegharkunik by local residents. The name Gegharkunik is derived from the local dialect of the villages surrounding southeast Lake Sevan and roughly translates to ruins. Foundations of stone structures, walls of a church, large tombs, and a medieval graveyard may still be seen at ancient Karmrashin, which sits nestled in the mountains near Lake Sevan. There is also a late 14th century monument named Yatverk, mature meaning Seven Wounds Chapel, dedicated to 7 lords of 7 villages who were killed during the invasions of Timur Lenk. Local folklore tells that the lord of Karmrashin had a wife, and that the lord of Ishkanaberd sought to have her as his own even though he was already married. An affair ensued between the two, and before long the lord of Karmrashin discovered this and became furious. The ruler declared that he would destroy Ishkanaberd, which was considered impenetrable because of its very thick defensive walls. The lord of Ishkanaberd's wife had also learned of the affair, and while he was sleeping, she bound him so that he could not escape and went to let her husband's rival into the walled fortress. The wife of the lord of Karmrashin, whom the other lord was having an affair with, learned what had happened and came to free her lover. She successfully did so, and the two of them escaped with their lives from Ishkanaberd that night on horseback through a cave and tunnel located in close proximity to the fortress. The cave may still be seen to this day, and the entrance is quite large. It is said that during those days the tunnel to the cave led from Ishkanaberd to a village some distance away, and that the tunnel, which has since collapsed, could fit a person sitting on horseback from one end to the other. Ishkanaberd was destroyed by the other lord, who proclaimed, "Now nothing shall live in this land except snakes and scorpions." Therefore the name was referred to henceforth as Odzaberd, meaning Serpent's fortress. Folklore from the village of Tsovinar also tells that there was a ceramic pipe situated subsurface that led from the foothills nearby to Ishkanaberd. During medieval times, invasions were a threat in and around the villages and prevented shepherds from venturing into them to bring their milk. So they instead sent milk from the mountains to the village via ceramic pipeline.